All right, hey everyone, if you guys can open up to page 72 in your book. Okay, this is going to be quick. We're just going to go over problem number 3. And then you guys will do your homework, okay, for homework 3.3, and that will be due next Wednesday. So the question here says, a political campaign conducts a survey of 4,500 local voters' opinions on some political issue. The following table tallies the results of the survey. So let's look at this table. It says we have registered Republican, registered Democrat, registered Independent. Most important issues in the economy, terrorism, environment, or child abuse. So there were 830 registered Republicans that thought the most important issue was the economy. That's how you read that. There was 180 registered Democrats that think terrorism is the most important issue. There are 250 registered independents that think the most important issue is the environment, okay? One candidate believes that being a Democrat and having a strong stance on the environment will be enough to get a majority of votes, but her campaign manager insists that she needs to also speak out on child abuse. Who is right? Explain in a complete sentence using quantitative information. So what I'm really going to focus on is who is right, okay? So something we have to just understand, when it's asking for majority of votes, okay, we got to know, what does it mean by that, okay? And majority of votes is going to be more than 50%, okay? That's what majority means in this case. So when I find my answer, if it's more than 50%, I say that person is right. So let's see. So the first one is being a Democrat and having a strong stance on environment. So my probability of a Democrat and I'm just going to write environment, okay? That's what I'm trying to figure out first, okay? So when I look here, and I'm going to do this first one for you guys. If I look at my Democrat, okay, all of these numbers are registered Democrats. This number down here is my total. So these are my total number. When I add up all these, I get that, okay? And then the next thing is environment. So environment is all here. And again, if I add up all these numbers, I add this. Now I didn't circle 440 because that was already circled. So I'm already including that. That's my overlap, okay? So there's two ways that you can do this. The first way is just add up all the numbers I circled, okay? So if we add up all the Democrats, so it's 430 plus 180 plus 440 plus 320 plus 255 plus 250, okay? And then we're going to divide that by the total amount of all the people, okay? That's one way to do it. Or another way to do it is to say, okay, let's use that formula. The probability of getting a Democrat plus the probability of it being environmental minus that overlap, okay? We should get the same answer. So the probability of everyone being a Democrat is right here, 137, plus the probability of the most important issue is environment is 945. And my overlap is that one that I didn't circle twice. Okay, this is my overlap. These people here are important issues and being a Democrat. So that's what I have to subtract, because that 440 is included in this 1,370, and it's also included in this 945. So it's already there, so I don't need it again. and that's going to go over 4,500. So can you find out the percent of that, please? Okay, so when I added these up, I get 1875. When I combined these, I got 1875. And when we divide, you guys should have got 41.7%. Either way, you could have done it, okay? This way really works when we have our table, okay? This way also works, but, well, this is always going to work, okay? Because you're going to have to give these, you're going to be given these kind of information. But this will definitely work when you have a table. All right, so this is not majority. So the second part says, but her campaign manager insists that she also needs to speak on child abuse. Okay, so that is the probability of being a Democrat or environment or child abuse. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing that you guys did here, but now I have to add or child abuse. Okay, so if you guys should have gotten 55.4, okay? So what I did is I know this already. When I added all these up, I got the 1875, right? So now I'm adding child abuse. So I'm adding 440 and 180. I don't need to add this 320 because it was already counted in my registered Democrat, okay? And that's right here. So I'm going to add 440 plus 180 over 4,500, and I get 54.4%. So yes, who was right? Her campaign manager was right because 55.4% is a majority of votes. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys this using a table because you might need that on the 3.3. Again, I'm going to unlock 3.3. All right, and I will have it due next Wednesday. Again, reach out if you guys have any questions. However, tomorrow during SAT day, I'm not going to be able to answer them until after the SATs are over.